Yes. Okay. So Morton's character will be a silent participator today. So watch his back. I'll try to roll for him, unless one of you wants to do it and take responsibility.
The
Okay. Cool. So in the last episode, um, Isaac and his lackeys interrupted your conversation with Rudolf van Richten, the legendary vampire hunter. He was telling you about the items you need to collect in order to defeat Strahd, and he mentioned Madame Eva's reading and gave some clarifications. You descended the stable via a back door, and then you arranged this cool diversion. You mounted this makeshift scarecrow that you have made onto a horse, and you let it fly out of the stables, creating a diversion, and then you managed to escape the inn. Enoch, you wanted to escort Arena to Father Lucian, but Vasero wanted to to do some business with Isaac. So the party split, and Mouse decided to tail Vasero. And at the temple, part of the group met Lucian, who promised that the temple is free from Strahd's influence because of some special property it has. Aramil later discovered that it is due to some bones belonging to a saint that is buried under the church. So Irina was treated, and Aramil and Gary, you kept yourself busy at the temple's small library, and you have obtained some books there. Mouse and Vasero climbed the Burgomaster mansion walls. Vasero had some difficulties there, but Mouse helped him. And you managed to climb into Isaac's balcony and then into his room. You calmed the maid that was cleaning his room, and you basically laid down an ambush. Eventually, Isaac showed up, and you two jumped at him. At that point, back at the temple, Nelfane discovered that Mouse is missing, and Enoch decided it was high time to move to the mansion and see what's going on. And on your way, you saw that Isaac, in his rage, basically burned down the inn and killed Erwin and Danica Martikov, who helped you just minutes before that. Yes. So you basically made it just in time to see Mouse getting stabbed to death by Isaac, and Vasero jumped Isaac, and Gary did this cool aerial attack. And you managed to drop Isaac onto the floor, onto the front gate of the mansion, where Enoch basically did an execution, a public execution in front of all of the townspeople who came to watch this mighty event as it unfolds. And the ceremonial dagger that Isaac used to stab Mouse landed on the railing as if waiting for Vasero to pick it up, and he did. At that point, with Isaac dead and the townspeople gathered around, Lady Fiona came and tried to take control of the situation, but Enoch has had something to say about it, and he basically killed her on the spot with a mace, hammer to the face. And at that point, the burgomaster just fell on his knees and lost it. So Irina stopped in. She gathered the people, and she basically appointed herself as a temporary leader. But she asked you to go and find Ismark, who he's basically looking for you at the forest, and he didn't return ever since. She proclaimed you champions of the light, and she thanked you for bringing light to Valakian, ending the corrupt rule of the Burgomaster, and exposing Fiona as a devil worshipper. Nelfane found tracks, led you to the forest, and there, for the first time, you have met face to face with Strahd himself. And he was asking you about Irina, and at this point, Enoch told him that she is not Tatiana, to which Strahd replied by, okay, in this case, give her a message from her brother. And as Strahd retreated, Ismark came forth, and you could see that he is now a vampire spawned by Strahd himself. And I think that this is where we left off last time. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Anyone wants to add something to that?
If I could, I forgot to talk about it last time. I wanted to ask you a question. Those holy symbols that we found, Rudolf von Richten's holy symbols, they would work for me, right?
Yep.
Like I could use one. So before we leave, I want to give Irina my holy symbol,
Okay.
and I'm going to use I'm going to use his instead. I'm hoping that down the future it might work for some sort of augury spell.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Cool.
Just got to protect your girlfriend, right?
That's right. Hey, man. She's in charge now, so you're just jealous. She's got power and influence, so get
Right.
myself a new suit of armor. Need a sugar mama.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay, so with Ismark going out of the forest, he basically says, Strahd, as he walks toward you, and at this point I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh. Aramil and Getty are probably flying on the broom on the way there.
Yeah, it's yeah, sure, why not?
Are you flying like at ground level? You know, just flying enough to be flying?
Or do you have? Did you put little posts on the back so Aramil can stand up on the back and hold your shoulders?
Ooh, cool.
Maybe. I think it's
Nice
kind of like
balancing.
I think it's kind of like a what do you call it? God, what is that old cartoon with like people who live with dinosaurs?
Flintstones.
Yeah, when they're cars and you just like run sitting down. That's basically what's going on right now.
Oh. So you're riding the broom on foot.
Except it's keeping us levitated. We're just sitting down and running.
Legs kicking.
That's pretty much what's going on.
Cool. It wasn't meant for two, so it kind of tilts back, and you.
Now you're riding it like a hog.
Like a hog.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. That it's this way, you know, there's no handlebars.
We're gonna
holding it
put
this way.
handlebars on it and
Yeah.
foot pegs so we can ride it like
Yeah.
what's his name from Harry Potter? The guy with
Harry
the googly
Potter?
eye? No, the guy with the googly eye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mad Eye Moody.
Okay, so your initiative rolls.
5.
Okay, Passero is on 5.
12.
12 for Enoch.
17 for Armel.
Ramil with 17.
No, it's got a 12.
Mouse
I got a
12. 3 for Gear.
We're all very ready for this.
Yes, obviously. Okay, yes, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
We should have asked Strahd why he even brought us here. Now that we
I
had
think
the
you did.
chance.
Yeah, I don't think he answered. Oh, he looked at Nelfine and like, you know why.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I can't remember that.
Yeah, he did. He did say that he brought you here, but not to protect her, and he basically watched Nelfane as he said that. So this is the order. Okay, and as Ismark approaches you, you can see that his flesh is now gray and dull. His clothes are basically intact, but you definitely can see those 2 punch marks in his throat, and his eyes are hollow and full of hate. And he rushes forward to meet you. Aramil, you go first.
How close is he to me?
Something like 20 feet and approaching.
Oh, okay, so I think I'm going to try something new on him. I'm going to levitate him.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Punching bag.
Let's see if I can do that. Wait,
Okay.
I just need. I think he gets a saving throw on that. Yeah, he gets a Constitution saving throw.
Awesome. That's an interesting levitate. Let's see. Okay, 1 creature of his judge can see remains suspended. Oh my god, that's awesome. That's simply cool. Okay, so what is the DC for the save?
14.
Oh my god, he starts to float.
Yes.
And he tries to bite the air and rake the air. You can see him starts to float.
All right, guys, it's 20 feet up in the air. You can think of what you want to do. You've got 10 minutes.
Just hold him there.
Can we just leave?
Just put a sword underneath him and then wait 10 minutes and then.
You should just like hold out your magic wand and like.
Yeah. Okay, you found some new power. Yeah. Awesome. So, what do you want to do? You've got this creature hanging in the air, clawing and biting.
Who's next?
Actually, he just curses and he looks at Enoch, and he says, "You stole her from me."
Oh. Does he get a saving throw every round or just the one?
I think just the one, but I can just.
Just double check.
I think it's probably a really good idea to devise some sort of trap when he finally lands in 10 minutes.
Should burn it, right? Create a nice
Just-
bonfire.
Yeah, maybe.
Just
maybe.
the one.
You're right, just one.
Awesome.
I
So-
start picking up
that's
sticks
powerful.
then. Are there any sticks around?
Yeah,
Picking up sticks.
You do have Van Richten's stake.
Oh, I don't really want to burn
Nice.
that though. I just.
Oh, you want to make a fire under him?
Uh-huh. It's a
Oh, that's
thing,
not a
isn't
bad
it?
idea.
Just revert to the old PC default state. Just light it on fire.
You know, you can just shoot at him with fire in the meantime.
Okay.
We sure
So,
can.
so you managed to collect some pieces of dry wood. It's winter time in Baruvian. You are in the forest, but it's easy enough to find some wood. So you want to light the fire just below him and cook him slowly.
My God,
Okay.
it's ridiculous. Just shoot fire at him.
I want to start shooting him with my sacred flame. I just need to look it up.
Okay.
I need to make attack rolls, and it does 1d8 radiant
Oh,
damage.
what?
So
We're not in. Are we still in initiative? Like in initiative order?
So as long as we can do it in initiative order, but as long as he's suspended, there's nothing he can do. So you can have your fun.
Well, I'll just blast him. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fire blast him in the meantime.
So you start to blast him. So roll your damage. You don't need to roll for. You know what? Actually, yes, you do need to hit him up in the air. So let's do it this way. Aramil and then him and then Enoch. So shoot your secret flame and let's see what happens.
All right. So firebolt is okay. I got a 6. So
Wait.
probably
You just levitated him. So
oh,
that
right, sorry.
was
It's not
your
me.
spell folder, and then it's Enoch's turn.
Sorry.
AC 16, 6 damage.
Awesome. So you hit it and you scorch it. No problem there. He snaps at you, and then you can see that his clothes start to catch fire, but the flame is put out fairly quickly.
Yeah. Sacred Flame is actually radiant damage, so it won't ignite anything.
Okay, cool.
Sounds like shitty fire.
Yeah.
It's sacred. It's sacred, not shitty flame.
That's my Eldritch Blast.
I would like to
Blast is shitty
cast
fire.
I would like to cast Shitty Flame, please.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Next up is
Oh, I think he froze.
That or he's thinking really hard.
Well, in the meantime, I chose my 2 rituals. Find
Nice.
Familiar and
Ooh.
Alarm. So we can't... I can set up little alarm things, I think.
Nice.
yeah, so
The,
up to 10 minutes. Okay.
In Volo's guide, there's a new familiar that you can have. It's super cool. It's a tiny little beholder.
Whoa,
Oh my god.
that's pretty
And
And
they're
they're
ass-
assholes. They're like
Oh, that's even
the
better.
biggest pricks ever.
okay.
Well, he'll
I
be
need
under
to
my
look that
command,
up.
so...
Mouse, it's your turn. What do you want
I
to do?
am helping make that fire happen.
Okay. So you help gathering woods, and you start the fire, and burn. The flames start to burn just below this poor creature. Vasero, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm pretty confident
You can smack him on the butt, so he can start to turn, like this, very slowly.
Evenly roasting.
You can roast it.
Yeah, increase the angular momentum, yeah.
Yeah.
that.
It's in the spell description. I'm not inventing it.
No,
Just spin him really fast.
I'm just standing by. I'm fairly certain that the fire will do its work. So
Okay. Okay, no problem. Gary.
I think I say, you're just torturing him. Just put him out of his misery, poor guy. And I shoot an Eldritch Blast at his head. And I
Okay.
do, I got a 12. And I did 6 damage.
Okay, so a 12 basically go just past him. He flails with his arms and feet, so it's a tough call. But the ball just whizzes, and at this point you can see him. You can see that some of the scorch marks that Enoch has caused, they heal. His flesh is knitting, and some of the damage is shrugged off. So he's still turning and twisting, but he looks better now. And he says, "After I will drink your blood, I will find my sister, and I will show her what Strahd can bring, what presents, what gifts. She will thank me for that."
We won't give you that chance.
And then he turns like this.
Like he's on an out of control office chair.
Well, we got 9 more rounds.
I will do it. Yes, wait. I will wait for another round to continue this.
It takes him 60 seconds to do an entire rotation, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Evil wizard. Ramil, what do you want to do?
I'll fire at him. Fire burst. What's the name of that? It's called Firebolt. Yeah. 12. AC 12. Probably didn't hit him.
Again, flies past him.
Okay. I'm done.
Enoch.
In my excitement over this situation, I critically miss.
You burn a tree.
Oh no! Come
Oh
on,
my
man. We're just
God.
gonna burn him, not the whole
Uh,
forest.
And I rolled my damage at the same time, and I rolled a 1, so it was like the worst roll ever.
Got those out of the way.
Even the tree didn't feel anything.
Yeah, barely heard it.
Put me down and I will show you what
Oh
it
my
means to anger Strahd.
He's gonna be fully healed soon.
Yeah, but we've still got a long time to roast him. He's got
Yeah, so
10 minutes with turn 1.
That's
I will give
60
you another-
rounds of this.
How many rations is this guy?
I'd get 3 for each of us.
So if you just stay there and target him and build the fire below him, you will eventually burn him and kill him. So it takes time because you miss all the time.
Well, it's hard. He's floating.
Yeah.
How often do we hit things above our heads?
Oh, I'm imagining this, surreal scene in which you all sit down around the fire with bottles of wine and just.
I think at the beginning, Getty is a bit hesitant. Like, we're just torturing him, but then after a while, the guy starts pissing him off. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. So yeah, you after 6 days, you scorch him to death, and his scorched flesh falls on the ground, and the bones, they turn to dust. All that remains in this pile of ash is a small necklace with a silvery, those medallions that open up and you have pictures inside them. So this is the only object that remains after he's incinerated, and inside you can find 2 drawings, probably made by kids, and you believe they depict him and Irina.
I will
Kids,
take
what did
that
you get
back
yourself
to
into?
Irina.
Yeah.
The locket.
What are we gonna tell her?
Not
Oh,
this.
shit.
He tripped.
We're gonna
Here you go.
a very shortened version of this story. He was turned into a vampire spawn by Strahd, and we killed him because he was
let's
threatening her.
elaborate how.
Yeah.
What if we just say Strahd killed him? We should say that.
Why?
That sounds pretty good, actually. I'm on board with that.
Yeah,
He doesn't need to know that he turned into a vampire.
I'm not comfortable with that. You
All
guys
right.
tell her whatever you want. I'm not gonna lie to her.
So you're gonna
She and my
tell me
girlfriend.
You're gonna tell her how we killed him?
alive?
No. I mean, I'm gonna be respectful, but I'm not gonna torture her. By
I
telling
mean, that's
her how we
16
did it.
Eldritch Blasts. That's got to be a record. We gotta put the word out.
Because we're not viewed as awesome enough, right?
Yeah. Okay, so you head back to Valaki?
Yeah.
Cautiously.
Cool. So you head back, and you only been missing for an hour or so. So the gods, they greet you, and they say that now that the inn is gone, there is no wine in town to celebrate your success and your help in freeing the town. But they say that Irina is looking forward to meet you in the church. Then there are 2 gods, a female and a male, and the woman, she looks at you and says, "Where's her brother? Should have been in the forest, right? Can't see him."
It looks like, unfortunately, he was captured by the devil, and well, he killed
He's
him.
gone.
So.
Oh, that's terrible to hear. Well, what happens if you wander in the forest alone?
That's what we
Dangerous
told
place,
him.
forest. Yeah, so you should probably head in and tell Irina. She will be saddened, but yeah, that's life.
That's right.
That's nice.
C'est la vie.
Preach.
Yeah.
Preach. All right, let's go to the church.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, at the church you can see that there is a young man who works with a shovel at the church's graveyard, obviously burying all the dead people, the recently deceased. You can also see an old man, and his face are familiar to you, but you can't recall from where. He is measuring the bodies. They are arranged at the graveyard with sheets covering them, and he's taking their measures, and has a pencil tucked on his ear, and he takes notes. The door is open to the church.
I'm gonna go talk to that guy. Ask him. Just try to make some small talk. How many died today?
How do you keep him from coming back? Stuff like that.
I'm gonna try to understand where I know him from.
Okay. When you turn to him, you can see that he's an old man. He has this gray beard and gray hair, and he's wearing the outfit of a carpenter. And he says that except besides Fiona, Isaac, and a couple of guards, most of the people who lived in the inn died, which is Danica, Orwin, their two sons, and there were two rangers in the inn at the time of Isaac's attack, and they didn't manage to escape too. They came from a village called Kresk. So he has a lot of work.
Do you know what they were doing here?
And he says no.
Okay. Do you know their name, maybe?
Yes. One of the guests. Let me see. Wait for it. Yes. One of them, his name was Soldar, and the other one was Evgeny. And they were brothers. They came from Kresk, probably seeking wine, because the inn, it is known that Erwin, who runs it, is the son of the Wizard of Wine. His father is running the winery. So they probably came to buy some wine, but the stock was low as it is, and now there is none. So
Erwin is the son of the Wizard of Wine?
yes, his father. Yes, his father is Davian Martikov, and they were not in good terms. The carpenter adds. Sorry.
Okay.
And then he pulls out this wire with markings on it, and he starts to measure. Take your measures. You never know.
I like this guy.
I stand very erect for him. So don't forget the hat.
The hat.
Bury me with my hat. If I may be over there, I would ask him, how do you keep the corpses from coming back as mindless zombies?
He says the church is obviously protected from. You can see his picture. I'll try to. Here.
Epic beard.
Sure.
He says the church is obviously protected. The Father Lucian didn't tell you about this saint who is buried underneath?
Yes, I guess I forgot.
Yes. Well, as long as his bones are under the church in the crypt, then No evil will invade the church's sacred ground.
I would recommend not telling everybody that.
And when you say that, he turns pale, completely pale, like all the blood drains out of his face.
Oh, I'm not. This is not some sort of threat, sir. I'm just like I love this. This is a great area. And I'm you know, but just there's lots of bad stuff around. Don't be telling everybody this.
Yes, obviously you're obviously correct. I stand corrected. That will never happen again.
Great, nice beard.
So while they're doing that, I want to go into the church and find Irina.
Okay. As you approach, you can see that there are a lot of people of the town. They huddle inside the church. Some of them pray, some of them light candles. And at the far corner of the church, which is not very big, you can see Irina as she lays on this stone bench with Father Lucian. He stands above her and spreads some powdered, you don't know what, but some kind of a powder, and candles are burning everywhere with not spice, how do you call it?
Incense?
Incense, exactly. And he mutters prayers, and you can see that the blood returns to her cheek. She looks much better now, and the wounds are all but healed.
All right, I will quietly and respectfully approach and wait for him to finish.
He notices you, and then he smiles, but then he sees your expression, and he says, I will give you a few moments. And then he leaves.
Okay. I'll wait for her to stand up or sit up or something.
She just lies there, and she starts to cry.
Okay, well,
You can see tears.
Yeah, I'll tell her that Strahd got to her brother before we could. He turned him against you. He was threatening to come and capture you for Strahd, and so we were forced to kill him, but we did recover this, and I'll give her the locket.
She looks at the ceiling and says, wait, I don't want to get it wrong. So Kolian's bloodline is gone.
I assume Kolian is your father?
So her name is Irina Koliana, and it's customary to take the surname of the father, but she was adopted.
She was adopted. Oh, okay.
And Ismark was her half brother, as she told you. So with his death and his father's death, that bloodline is erased.
Yep. You were correct.
She sits down and she pulls the scabbard and the ancient sword that she got when she left the village with you, and she says, well, in this case, we march to Ravenloft.
You might want to...
We?
We? What's this we business, white girl?
I want to grind some levels first.
Yeah. I tell her I don't think that now is the right time to go after Strahd. Our fortunes were told, and there's work we need to do before we'll ever be able to defeat someone as powerful as the devil.
At that, she slumps back and she asks you, so what do you expect me to do? Just sit here?
Stay
do
here.
Nothing?
Lead these people, bring some hope and light back to this miserable city while we go and gather the weapons necessary to defeat him?
And you see this sullen expression on her face as she considers what you say, and she looks at all of you and she says, uh, you have showed me the light. But know this, you will go after that reading of that fool woman, that Madame Eva. Her fortunes, I don't believe them. But know this, if you return here, you will find an army waiting to march to Ravenloft. I promise you that I will make this town a fort, and I will make the people of this town soldiers worthy of our cause. Strahd will die. And you can see this dangerous gleam in her eye. Enoch, you can see that this dangerous glare also has a flavor of madness in it. She's very close to Brick.
I like it. Now that she's not a simpering little fool, yeah, that's awesome. All right, I smile, and I say, "You're right. He will die."
And as you give her the locket, she takes it, and then she pulls out the blade, her sword, her ancient sword, from the scabbard, and she hands you the scabbard. And she says, "My father told me that this scabbard is blessed by the sun god. You might find it useful."
What kind of a sword fits in it? Longsword or bigger?
Yeah, long sword or bigger.
I've got El Kalar, so I can discard that scabbard and put my sword in it.
Yep. The scabbard does not. The sword that she has is very ancient, but it's not the sword that originally came with the scabbard. The scabbard is very decorated and ornate and looks expensive. The sword is less so. So she keeps the sword and she hands you the scabbard.
Right. So yeah, I'll put El Kalar in it and put it on my back, and I'll thank her and give her the sun god's blessing, and then I guess turn to you guys.
I think we should maybe go canvass the area of the burnt inn to see if we can find anything, any personal effects of Danica and Erwin, because we're probably going to go meet his father. Maybe we could, and there's some stuff that we might want to have buried with them.
I like how you think.
Yeah, maybe you should have a talk with the crows as well.
Can you talk with crows?
I think so. If they're smart enough.
Can't they talk with us?
Probably not. They don't have.
If Martin was here.
This.
Okay, so you head to the burnt inn, and you find it basically a wreckage. The front side of it basically collapsed into the inner hall of the inn, but the other walls are still erect. So you basically look at the wreckage. I need you to roll perception, please.
Everybody?
Yep.
I don't know what's wrong with this die. I always roll either a 1 or a 2 or a 20. So
Stop rolling it.
Get a new one.
Armel has a 19.
19.
So
for
it's a
Armel.
19 modified.
9 for me.
And a 12.
I have a 10.
Okay, Vasero, what was your?
19.
19. Okay. So you basically run through the rubble. Okay. Vasero, you find a small sack, a small leathery sack. It looks as if it was at the upper floor, and when the walls caved in, it fell, and it now lies flat on what remains from the bar table. In this sack, you find something like 140 coins. And they are all marked with the figure of Strahd. These are golden coins with his profile on it. It's very easy to...
Is that unusual? Are all gold coins marked that way?
So it's not unusual, but you noticed that whenever you needed to pay for something or someone, whatever coin you gave them was good. So you think that the people here are accustomed to strangers coming with coins that they never see, and as long as it's gold, they take it. So, but these coins are probably very ancient. And so that was Vasero. Let's see. Yes, Ramil, you find a small wooden chest. It lies tucked below one of the barrels of wine that fell over. It's charred, but it's still intact. But it's locked, and you can't find any key.
Hand him my hammer.
Yeah, let's try hammer.
And then
You
I
smack
move
it.
away.
You smack it with the hammer?
Yeah.
Okay. You give it a strong punch, and you can see coins spilling on the floor, but they are now covered with this pink fluid that got out as you broke 2 vials that were also in the chest.
Shit.
Ugh.
I'm going to say that was poison. Good job.
Yeah.
Does that mean we
Yeah.
shouldn't touch the coins?
Lick them and find out.
Okay, I grab one and I hand it to you to lick.
That was not what I said.
Can we try to identify them, Ida?
What, the liquid?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it was, these were potions of healing.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I go in and lick the
Nice.
ground.
Perhaps our thief should have offered to pick the lock.
You're
Well-
heavy and getting that hammer in there quick.
You got a hammer, everything's a nail.
That's right. Well, I'm a barbarian, so
That's true.
that's how I think.
Here, break.
Yeah, smash. What was the symbol on the sign out front of the inn?
The symbol was, wait for it. A blue waterfall.
Oh, perfect. While they're doing that, because I took a cursory look through and decided there was absolutely nothing of worth in there, I want to ask around. I want to find someone who can paint here in this town. I'm sure there's someone that paints signs.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell them I have no money. Well, I have 2 gold. I'll give them the 2 gold. And I need them to right now paint that symbol on my shield.
They are doing just that. You find a young man named Jeska. And he says that he sometimes works for the carpenter, and he will gladly draw that sign on your shield.
Yep. And I need it like right away, so I don't expect great work, and I'll give him my last 2 gold.
Okay.
So, other than the chest and the stack that we found, there aren't any things that would count as personal effects?
So there are, but you think that maybe the people, when they evacuated the bodies, maybe they took some of it. But if you want to spend some more time searching, then you might find something else. It depends on you if you want to spend the time.
I don't mind if you guys have something else to do and not just hogging you guys down. So I don't mind staying around to keep looking.
I've got time.
Okay.
I'm
So-
splitting the gold that I found with the group, by the way. So 120 was it?
140, yes.
140. So it's
6.
Okay, so in this case, let's see.
It's 20 each plus 20 for you as a finder's fee.
okay.
Yeah.
That sounds
Aramil,
good.
roll
Sounds good.
a percentile. Roll a percentile dice and let me know.
Okay, 59.
59. Okay. You find a key, and
That's awesome.
No,
Uh,
not again.
so you can mark your 20 golds that I shared with others.
Thank you.
Awesome. Just find the key after we break the chest.
We lost it. We found a key.
oh, okay. Give me a minute. No. Okay. Great. So you found a key. It's made of bronze. It's a big key, and you can see the remains of a locket, not a locket, a chain attached to it. But the chain broke, probably because of the fire, and probably something fell on it. And you believe it opens a family crypt, but you're not sure which family. Because there is no name on it, or there is a name, but it's half melted. You think it reads Kruskin, but you're not sure.
Okay. Kruskin?
Yes, Krushkin.
Okay. In that case, I think I'll just. I think we can go. I'll go to the church with that key. With that. Well, I won't choose the key, but I'll ask anybody around there if they know this name. If the name sounds familiar.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. The locals say that they don't know anyone with this name in town. If you found it at the inn, it probably belongs to one of the strangers that visited. Or not the strangers, but the people from Kresk.
Okay. Okay, I'll keep the keys on.
Okay?
All right. Okay, one more thing. Just one more thing. I'm gonna ask the people that are burying the dead if they found any personal effects inside the inn before they picked them up.
And whose personal effects are you referring to?
Specifically, Erwin.
So they do say that Erwin had this. It wasn't a holy symbol. It was a medallion that he wore, depicting a black raven's feather. It was made of wood, and it's barely recognizable as something that belonged to him. But you can have it if you want.
Sure. I'll be happy to take it, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. They thank you for what you did for them, and they think that if you think it's important for you, then sure.
Okay, great.
Well, while they're all doing this stuff, and while Aramil was doing that, I asked around about where I could find where the Ballinok Mountains are located.
So when you mentioned that, the locals seem curious regarding why you want to visit that bleak area. It's basically south of Valaki, straight south, but there is no easy road that leads there. If you do want to go there, you'll need to follow the old Svalich road to the south until you reach the Solenka path. And the road basically takes you to the Balinok mountains from there. But they say that this place is bleak and icy and not a lot of air at that height. No one goes there.
All right. Gotcha. What is we're not in a hurry, right? So I guess I would tell the party. No, first I would talk to Aramil. Does he know about what was in the cookbook?
I don't remember now. Do I know? I don't think we talked about it.
I mean, Ido told me what Gary found from in the cookbook. Anyways, did you get You don't know. All right.
I send you a message, a private message, Avi, at the.
It's in Skype?
Yep. It was yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure.
Oh, I didn't get it then. That's
Okay
odd.
then. Maybe someone else got it and now he's really afraid.
Oh shit! Did somebody else get it?
I did not.
The hell is
I'm
all
gonna-
this about
I'm gonna send it to you.
spells?
Okay.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Yeah, we just skip that. What do we want to do? There was a person we needed to loot, but we want to go to the wine guy first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need to
it's
go to the
our
Wizard of
spot.
Wine. It's a twofer for us.
Right.
And he's close,
What do you-
right?
Sorry?
Let's go there.
He's relatively close. It's not far.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's half a day ride out of Valaki, so
Yeah.
about the same on foot, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It's not very far.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna plant this out here for maybe Mouse. We're heroes here. Horses might not be hard to acquire right now. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much
That's-
money do I have?
Excellent idea.
I have
We just
23
acquired
gold.
some gold.
Yeah, go find us some horses.
All right.
I'm
I'm
busy,
gonna go
I'm-
off and try and find some horses.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. So you managed to acquire 4 horses. 2 of them are mares, and 2 are
Stallion.
not mares, stallions. Yes, but they're not that well tended and taken care of. But you can definitely have them, and the people of Valaki will be happy to give you them free of charge, just because you help them. So you do get that. They also give you raincoats, basically leathered. They're kind of heavy and kind of uncomfortable, but you do get them. And unfortunately, they don't have any wine. They would have given you some, but they don't have any. So just simple rations for 1 day for all of you.
If
Alright.
When Gary notices that everybody's being so nice, I think I go to the nearest like armor selling place, and I just start browsing around. Oh, this studded leather armor is really just gorgeous. Oh man, I would love to have this.
You can have one, but it has Valaki's militia symbol on it. They don't have any adventure gear here, but you can have one with the insignia on it.
Do they
Is it-
have
Is it easy
Sorry,
to
go
cover up?
What? Sorry.
Is it easy to cover up?
Not so. It's on the chest plate. So you have Valaki's symbol on it, which is this ornate V. It's basically the symbol of Baron Valakovich, the
People might
burgomaster.
think you're part of the militia. That would be actually a good thing.
Okay. Well, I'll take it then. And do I have to pay? Or
How about
Yeah, you do have to pay, but you can, it's something like 2 or 3 gold, and they'll be happy.
how about a suit of breastplate armor? I only got scale mail because that's all I could afford.
Yeah, they don't have anything of this
Okay.
sort here. Yeah.
Nothing better than scale mail.
Nope, nothing beyond leathers. They do have some, crossbow bolts and arrows and simple equipment, but they do say that they'll probably need it to defend town if needed. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you get yourself equipped, and soon enough you find yourself back on the old Svalich road, working your way west again toward the Wizard of Wines.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's riding and
So-
who's walking? I'll walk.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we have 4 horses,
okay.
right?
we
So
can
that's all
probably
of you get to ride.
all ride if we share horses.
I'm small enough that if I buddy up with somebody else relatively small, I won't even notice it.
Wait, how many horses did we get?
4.
Or
4.
4?
Yeah,
So-
horses generally just, I mean, they don't increase the rate of travel so much as reduce how much stuff you have to carry and your exhaustion. So I'm happy to walk because I'm a pretty tough guy, like my constitution size. So if you guys want to ride, I'll walk.
So
Okay.
I think Gary can fly. So
Yeah, I'm definitely
Oh,
just
that's a good
coasting.
point. Okay, fine. I'll ride. And you got your broom. Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
But it's hard to ride for a long time. I mean, it is a stick. Just
We can switch off.
look, it's wait.
I'll definitely help you out with flying.
and then when I
for a
tell you that you
while.
have to like feed it your blood for it to activate, do you still ride it?
Yes.
Oh, just one thing. I'm gonna see if I can find some material components to summon my familiar again.
Okay. Yeah.
Familiar.
You lost it, obviously.
Yeah.
And you do feel that Strahd was involved, but sure, you can collect those materials, no problem.
Oh, your owl is gone?
Yeah, Strahd ate it.
Mother
Yep.
fudge.
Nice.
Okay.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I
So,
like
as you go on the road, you leave Valaki behind, and you travel something like 2 or 3 hours, and then the dim lights of Valaki and the lake that lies beyond it kind of fade away, and you find yourself again surrounded by bleak trees and the everlasting night of Barovia. Something like, as I said, 3 or 4 hours, you hear noises coming from the road in front of you. And Nelfane, who is walking front and scouting ahead, returns to you and says that there are people on the road headed to Valaki.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
Was that a long rest for us?
Yes, we can assume that. No
Nice.
problem.
And when I draw El Kalar from that, the sun god scabbard, does anything happen to the blade or anything?
Yes, you think that you see a shimmer on it.
Oh, snap. So I'm gonna, we're not resting right now, so later. Okay. I'll cast light on my horse's bridle. They've got the thing on their
Okay.
head.
Yes.
Nice.
Do we keep going or? Does somebody
Yeah, I
want to
think
go
we-
off in the bush or something?
I can do
Um,
that.
Yeah, I'll
I
fly
can
up
dismount.
to
Oh,
a
that
tree
would be better.
canopy.
I
I
mean,
think
it's
I'll
just.
ride next to you.
Okay.
I don't think I would have any reason to hide or something. I mean,
Okay.
it's just
Okay.
people, right?
Yeah, if they're flying off up into the tree canopy, I'll stay with everybody else.
Okay. So quickly enough, you can see four men. They are rough-looking, peasant-style dressed. They are walking this wagon, which kind of, probably has a problem with one or two wheels. And they are holding lanterns as they go through the forest. And when they see you, they stop, and one of the men shouts to you, "Have you seen her?
Seen who?
Seen
Who?
Esmeralda, of course."
We haven't seen anybody.
And he looks at you and says, "Where are you coming from?"
We're coming from the lackey. Where are you coming from?
And they look at one another, and one of them barks, "Kresk."
I think when he responds with that, I would like to cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Okay. Okay.
And it so I can read it. Surface thoughts. I don't want to probe into his brain. I just want to read surface thoughts about
Okay.
what is most on
Does
his mind at that moment.
Awesome. Does he get some detect thoughts? Let me see. But you can read thoughts. Cool. Does he get? Okay. So you can read the surface thoughts, and if you probe deeper, he only then needs to make a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you cast the spell with this man talking to the rest of the group, you feel this deep hatred inside of him, and you think that, or you're not, you don't think, you're sure that all of his hatred is focused at Nelfane.
Who?
I let everybody know this man
How
is
do you
very
do that?
angry.
You
Huh?
you just, how do you do that in front of them?
Oh,
You're
awakened
flying
mind.
up in the treetop too.
I have awakened mind, so I can talk to you guys through my brain.
All of us at once.
No, I guess I will tell you actually the No, I will tell Nelfin actually. Nelfin, this man is very upset with you for some reason. He
So
means to hurt you, I think.
So when you look at Nelfane, you can see that he is pale and lost in thought. He doesn't seem to be aware of what's going on right now. And
Well-
at that, yeah.
No, go ahead.
At that point, one of the one of those men says, "We were told a group of strangers walks the woods with a woman."
So I'll kind of ride up a little bit. I'm always willing to lend a hand to people in need. So you're correct, sir. We were wandering the woods, and we did have a female companion before. However, tell me about this Esmeralda. Where did she go missing? Perhaps we can help you find her.
She didn't go missing. She's our employer. She paid us.
Oh, well, tell me more.
to
I can
do what?
help. I'd be happy to help you.
And he says, she paid us to find her husband, the coward.
You're going to need to give me more information than that. If you're looking for her, sir, I'd be happy to help you. However, I need to know where she might be.
And I need you to roll your persuasion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Oh, 4? I'm just genuine. I'm not trying to. He really wants to help this guy.
He says, "We've got some business to do. We're moving
Okay.
on."
All right. Have a good day. I hope you find her. Sun God's blessings to you and all that.
Praise it.
At this, they leave. As they do, you see Nelfane kind of. He becomes very self-centered and quiet, and he doesn't respond very well to everything. He's out there.
I'm gonna look at Mouse and go, that was odd.
Very odd. This is
Keep
odd
riding.
too.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried about Nelfane now. You might want to. How
Give
are
him
you
a hug.
feeling, Nelfane?
Give him a hug.
Same thing.
Yeah,
He's a hugger.
he just shrugs and blow you away. So, continuing your journey, you approach this twist at the road, and the road that you were traveling becomes this muddy trail. Obviously, rain is pouring down all the time, but now there's a recess. But all of the roads are muddy and dirty. Your raincoats are not very useful right now. They just hinder you, so you put them away and concentrate on being alert to the road. But nothing happens, fortunately. So the road kind of twists and the trees part, and then you can see this small valley that opens up in front of you, and you can see that the muddy road lead into the valley. On one side of the valley, you can still see the forest encircling it, and on the other side, you can see a stretch of vines that stretch for well, not a long distance, but you can definitely see that this is a big vinery.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
At this point, the fog creeps in as you approach the vinery, and you can sense that something is very off. You can see no light and no smoke from a chimney. You do see some structures, but it looks like darkness engulfed them.
I'm gonna dispel the light on my horse.
Okay,
Something
when you
seems a
do
little
that, I need you all to roll your perception.
Okay, Armel got 22.
11.
Jesus. 9.
17.
11.
Okay, so a light drizzle begins to fall, and you walk near unpainted fences that circle the vines, and you can see that in the middle of the valley there is a big building that looks as if it's made of stone, which is kind of unique. So far, you've seen a lot of wooden buildings, but this one is made of stone.
Wait, you mean we can't
burn
burn this down?
Cannot go in there then.
Yeah, and here and there you can see rope-handled barrels that are piled, and you can see wagons that are, some of them are toppled, but some of them still stand with barrels on top of them. As Enoch dismisses the light, Aramil, with your perception roll, you can see that at the trees at the side of the valley, you can see a dark hooded figure standing just as he dismissed the light, and this figure was doing this. But you only see shadows. You don't make a face and features out of it. Just
Okay. I point to that figure so everyone can see, and I I start walking. I start riding in his direction.
Okay.
I want to tap the barrels. Are these barrels full or empty?
Wait,
So-
don't go in.
Yeah,
Don't
so
go
the
up
ones
there by yourself.
the ones that you pass on your way to where Ramil is leading you are open. So you tap them and you can see rain inside.
All right.
If we let that stay in there long enough, we can make swish.
Yeah.
Swish. Get
Yeah.
you real drunk. Tastes like shit.
I'm good. I think I'll let the professionals do the brewing here, and
So as you approach the tree line, you can see that in the midst of the vineyard, you can see the winery itself, which is an old 2-story stone building, and it has multiple entrances. There is a thick ivy that covers every wall and iron fencing around the roof line. There's a wooden stable which looks somewhat newer than the rest of the building, and you can see a loading dock, which is a platform for loading the barrels of wine. And west of the winery, you can see a crumbling well and an outhouse. So as you approach the trees, you can hear the rustle of dead vines everywhere, and this is kind of odd. An odd sight because you were expecting, live vines, but you can see that the plants are dead. And that hooded figure is motioning you, and then it turns around and heads into the forest. I need you all. You know what? Make another perception check.
Okay.
Aha! 22.
I'm also sending my owl to go
Okay.
to hover
good one.
around. Take a look
Very good.
around. Okay, I got a very bad perception check. Does my owl get one too, or is it mine?
So if you send your owl, and how did the other guys roll?
17.
22.
I got a 6.
26, 19. Okay, so
Nice.
Mouse and Enoch, you two hear a woman crying, and your owl, Aramil, flies above the trees, and you can see through his eyes a small clearing and 5 figures huddled around a young woman who is lying on the floor. She looks beaten up and bloodied, and they seem to be tending her in some way. You can see, as I said, 5 figures.
So the forest, can we ride through it, or would it be dangerous
No.
in the dark?
No,
No?
you probably need to lead the horses by foot.
As soon as I hear the woman crying, I'm gonna jump off my horse and I'm just gonna run towards
man,
the
you're
sound
gonna
of the
go
woman
after
crying.
her again.
I'm gonna hold him for a minute. I'm gonna hold on to him for a minute. Just I tell him, wait a second. One thing I want to check before Enoch starts making a run for it. The guys that look like they're taking care of her. Do they seem?
Yeah.
Can I try to sense? Well, do they seem happy, or are they sad, or are they concerned? Can I try to understand?
There's some urgency to their movements. They seem to be trying to bandage her or do stuff like that, but they are very. They seem to be under pressure.
Okay, run.
I follow him.
I'm gonna run with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a ton of noise, which would probably be a good distraction for anybody who wants to stealth around.
Okay.
I'll take that cue. I'll stealth
trying to-
around the outside.
Yep.
So as Enoch bursts into the clearing, you can see this old man. I'll try to show you a picture.
Wow, very old.
Very
Yep.
hunched. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
A hunched old man wearing basically rags. He's looming above a young woman who is on the wet road, and there are two young men that are tending her as this old man looks at you and says, "Hurry, hurry! She won't make it for long. Please."
So they don't look violent towards her at all?
No, they seem to be trying to stabilize her.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, continue.
I'll just run up and... Is she conscious?
No, and as you approach her, you can see that she has those scratches across all her body, as if somebody threw her into this bush made of sharp needles.
Right. So I'll just cast Spare the Dying on her.
Okay. Her eyelids kind of flutter, and the man looks at you and says, Thank you. Those evil druids, they took hold of the vinery. I don't know what I can do. The baby is still in there.
Slow down, old man. Who are you? And who is she? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh man. Epic technical.
It's almost like he's doing
Cliffhangers.
it on purpose.
I know.
Yeah.
Like it never
Pause.
stalls when
Pause.
there's nothing happening, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You should totally have like advertisements when he's
totally. Commercial break brought to you by
Coca-Cola. Or McDonald's. I'm
Yeah.
loving it. You're back.
Well, I'm back.
You're back. Yeah.
Awesome.
I asked him who he was. And
Oh.
then he paused.
Okay. He tries to straighten and give himself a more imposing posture, but you can see that he's very old. I am Dematikov himself. I own this vinery.
Davian?
And he looks at you confused. Do we know each other? I don't think so.
No, we've been looking for you.
You've been looking for me.
Yes, we were sent to find you by what was her name? The fortune teller. What was her name, guys?
Madam.
By an
Eva
old
or something?
fortune teller in the woods, and unfortunately, we come bringing bad news.
And he says, the fortune teller, well, she probably fortune-told that the baby is still in the house. Please, my daughter.
That's-
And he points at the young woman. We left in a hurry. She almost succumbed to the creatures inside. Those evil druids. They summoned,
What
they
creatures are
made their
inside?
their vines turn against us.
This is your daughter. This is Erwin's sister. I point to the lady I just stabilized.
And he says, you know, the old Brut, this idiot, opening an inn in Valaki. Stupid.
I'm gonna hide the front of my shield from him. So
He's an idiot, and all his friends are idiots. No, please, go to the winery.
I'm
Come
gonna
on, let's get
hold
to
my
the
hand,
winery.
hold my hand up and say, "Was an idiot."
No, don't say that.
Oh,
And he kind of looks at you shocked, and then he grabs you by the throat, and you find that something changes in his face. They turn black, and for a split second you think that you've seen his pupils turn yellow, and then he says, "What?"
Huh.
I'd see him.
What are the-
grab at Enoch, and I would jump in and put myself in the middle. I'm small,
gonna-
so it's not
It's
that
not
great.
escalated.
But
I'm gonna
Escalated.
hold up my hand like it's okay, Mouse. What are the other guys that were tending to his daughter doing?
So you can see a young man, two young men. They are tending her, but they do see that she's better now and she's breathing more easily. So they look at you and at their elder in horror, like, How
What's
dare
that?
you touch him like that? But how dare he show you a part of him that no one is supposed to see?
Right. So yeah, I'll hold both, like my shield's attached to one hand clearly, and I'll drop my hammer and I'll hold my hands up and I'll say, "That's the bad news we came to deliver. Danica and Erwin were killed by Isaac,
Isaac.
and then we killed Isaac to get to take revenge for their deaths."
And he says, "And the kids."
The
My heart
kids?
sinks.
They died as well.
He turns and runs at the vinery,
Oh snap! Someone get him!
and he limps on his stuff.
Slowly runs.
Wait,
Got it.
where's he heading?
Towards
to
the
the vine-
winery.
Yeah, to the
Okay,
winery.
So,
let's
like,
run
in the
and
building.
catch him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we should go with him.
The two young men, they shout, "Father!" And then he screams, "She's the last blood!" And then
How
he
many
runs.
kids does this dude have? I'm gonna look at his two sons clearly and say, "Stay with your sister." Pick up my hammer and follow
Let's get in there.
Aramel, who's trying to get the old dude. We got to turn
Evil
him around.
druids? What?
He's gonna get himself killed, and he's
Yeah.
important to us.
I have a hold person spell. I don't know if I want to use it though.
I don't think we'll need it. Aramel,
Okay.
can you convince him to stop?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I shadowed him. Hold on. We'll take care of this. Please, tend to your daughter.
Yeah, I help you. I was tried as well.
We'll bring you your child.
As you say that, he slips on the muddy road. His staff flies, and he lands face first on the ground. You can see something swells below his robes, but then whatever it was calms down, and he just turns on his back, and with a shaky hand, "Please, the baby, last blood."
Okay. I tell him, okay, we're going to save her now. Please calm down. Go back to your daughter. And I run to the mansion, to the winery.
Yeah, wait. I think we should go in tactical here.
Okay.
What?
We get air support. We got two people flanking us, and I'll go in ahead of you, but you right behind me. How's that, Aramel?
Sure.
Okay, so think about it this way: the vinery has several entries that you can use. There is the main entry, which is basically those double doors at the front of the house. There is the loading dock, which you'll probably need to circle the structure and go through there. And there's the door that leads to the outhouse. So you basically have an entry from either side, from either wall, right?
Are there windows?
What do you guys?
Can we look?
Yeah.
Can we take a
Windows?
look? The other windows?
Yeah, there are 4 windows. If you look straight on to the double doors, above it there is a railing and 4 big windows that you can use to look inside.
Oh,
So here's my thought.
So
I was gonna
are
say-
are they above the doors?
Yes,
So
on the
they're
second
like
floor.
2
Yes.
meters or something.
Yeah, you can climb the balcony. It's not a big problem.
So this is my thoughts. Aramil and I walk up to the front doors slowly, while Mouse and Viscero stealth around and enter quietly, while Gary stay above, scout above, and give support where needed. But when we go in, you're gonna need to come in.
All right. I have to choose between going into your doors or the other ones where they're going in, depending
leave
on
it.
who needs help.
Yeah, leave
You
it
got a
through the
shot,
window.
though.
You can go through the window too.
up top. Yeah, you could easily get in for a window up top, but just support where you think needs to be. What do you
Alright.
guys think?
So, sounds like a plan. But
Sure.
if we go in there, wait until let's make a signal. Wait until I whistle and then go in.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I'll just walk in front of Aramil, try and impose my body in front of you so that you're not a target.
Okay.
My shield up. I'm not going to cast light or anything, but we'll walk slowly up. Like we're not trying to stealth, but look at everything and give you
Okay.
guys time to stealth up.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright.
So again, give me the who is doing what, so I'll know in turn. So
I'm going to walk very
yeah.
slowly towards the front door in front of Aramil.
Okay. Mouse.
Going around back, being stealthy.
Okay. Vocero.
I'll climb the balcony and yeah, try to take a look through one of the windows.
Okay. Aramel.
I'm walking behind Enoch.
Great. And Gary.
I'm floating, like window level, right outside, waiting for somebody to shout my name in case they need me.
Okay. Nailfane will cover you at the back. Enoch and Aramil, as you approach the front door, you find it open, and the place is quiet except of this sound.
Okay. We're not going to enter until we hear the signal from Visceral.
Okay. Vocero and Gary. Gary, you float at window level and you watch Vocero climb the balcony. Vocero, I do need a climb check.
Can I see Visceral as we're approaching?
Unless he doesn't want you to see him.
17. So, what check did you want? Strength?
Yeah, climb. Yeah, it's a strength check.
So then it's 18.
Athletics at 18. So you hop on the balcony with ease. And you and Gary are looking through the window. Vocero, are you being stealthy or and trying to hide, or is it?
Definitely.
Yeah. So okay. So roll your hide check.
Okay, another 17. That is modified 24.
Cool.
My stealth was
25
good.
actually.
Okay. So like a shadow. Yes, Enoch.
So I can't see him?
Nope.
Okay, but I can see Gary and Aramil and myself. I'm just going to cast Aid, so we each get 5 temporary hit points for 8 hours.
Okay.
Cool.
Vocero and Gary, you from the from your vantage point, you can see, and the windows are open, so you can also smell this rich aura of fermenting wine. And you can see a large chamber, a 2-story chamber. So you believe that when Enoch kicks in the door, you will find yourself in the same chamber with him, just a level up from him. You can see 4 huge wooden casks, each one 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall. And you can see a wooden staircase in the middle of the room that leads to a platform that allows for easy reach to those casks. And you can see that against the wall there are old empty barrels, and the logo of the Wizards of Wines are stamped into each of these barrels. But the most interesting thing you can see is this unkempt, dirty woman. She's dressed in rags or tatters. These aren't even clothes. You're not sure these are clothes. You think these are bushes or something like that. And she smiles with black teeth, and she pours this black colored syrup into the casks, into one of the casks. And this she does with one hand. With the other, she is holding a black wooden staff that emanates those shadowy fumes.
Okay.
Gary, you got those 5 hit points, yeah?
No, I have 21 right now.
You have 5 temporary hit points for 8 hours.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Sweet.
And Mouse, you as you circle the building and look for a way from the back, and you find the loading dock. You can see that inside the loading dock, you can see a parked wagon, and it has 3 barrels set in braces on the bed of the wagon, and you can see a wooden walkway that runs along the walls of the loading dock, and these lead just under the balcony that Vasero and Gary are floating or standing near it, and you can see a hole through which you can take a barrel and load it up to someone standing on the balcony, and then he can pour it into the casks. So it's okay. It's a platform, a wagon, and there's an opening that allows you to peek through it. And you also see that woman, dirty, and as she pours the syrup into the cask. Yes.
Okay.
I guess I want to. So that doorway leads me in around the front where everybody else is sort of what I'm getting from that.
So if you will enter the loading dock, you can probably climb through the hole in which they load the barrels, and then you'll find yourself from the other side of the windows.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need you to roll probably your stealth check.
Perfect. That's a 24.
24. So like a mouse on
Like
a
a
rug.
mouse.
Nice.
Yeah. So you walk very, very quietly. The wood doesn't even creak as you pass it. And you can basically position yourself just behind that woman.
Awesome.
Gary and Vasero, you see Mouse's shadow as he walks very quietly behind that woman.
Okay. So I'm still on the balcony, right?
Yes.
I want to get a little bit in a little bit better position. So do I have to open the door or something?
So the window is open, so you can just go past and get in. But you'll need to do it carefully, so you won't make the glass move or something like that and creak.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to get in. Should I roll for that or
Yes.
Yes.
Make a dexterity check.
a dexterity check?
Yes, and
Okay.
Enoch and Ramel, you still hear those sounds.
15, 19.
Okay.
Aramil, what's your? I know this is meta. What's your armor class? Do you have a half decent armor class? I would
I'm
know.
okay, I guess. I
You
got
get hit
15.
often. 15. Okay, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
Okay.
So my armor class is 17. While I concentrate on that for.
Thanks for reminding me to upgrade my armor class, because that armor.
I'm not sure how long Shield of Faith lasts.
Gary, what do you want to do as you see Mouse and Vasero basically above that woman? She still didn't notice them.
They're right next to her, right?
Yep.
I would also like to. No, I'm gonna stay outside. I'm gonna hold my move. Actually, I'm gonna make a hold to Eldritch Blast that woman. If everybody starts attacking, if I hear a loud noise or whatever, I'll just Eldritch Blast her.
Okay, so I need you to make a perception roll as you kind of stay alert on your broom.
Okay. 20. Natural 20 actually.
Okay,
Nice.
so with your natural 20, you see something very strange. Around the winery, you can see a lot of scrubs and bushes laying around. You feel that some of them are moving toward Enoch and Aramil. You can actually see now that you're concentrating on it, a dozen or more of these bushes all around, and they move and creak. And you think that this what causes this noise. But several of these bushes are approaching very slowly to Enoch and Aramil. from the back.
I convey that with awakened mind to Enoch. The bushes, they're coming. Turn around.
Okay. I will definitely turn around for that.
So as you turn around, you can see this medium-sized bush. Two of them. They basically sit just behind you, and they weren't there before. And as you turn around, you can see that from the bush it suddenly opens like a flower, and then this creature jumps out and tries to scratch you to death. You can see that all of his skin and bones and features are covered with needle-sharp leaves and twigs, and it won't be very nice. So, initiative.
12.
Okay. So, and because of Gary's phenomenal roll there, you are not surprised.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. So yes, Enoch.
12.
12. Mouse.
6.
Okay. Vasero.
19.
Oh my God. Aramil.
9.
9. And Gary.
7.
7. Great. Let us see. It's not very good. Okay.
Are these things made of wood? Do they look flammable?
Yes, they are made of wood.
Okay.
The grass type.
Burn them. Burn them alive.
I have something good for them.
So I have something good for area as well. I'm hoping there's enough of them close.
Okay.
They messed with the wrong spellcasters, man. All I do is fire.
Yeah, I gotta get at least one like area spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So their roll was okay. Sorry. So Vasero, you go first.
Okay, I take out my newly acquired dagger, and
Yes.
I hold it in front of me, and I'm like, I need you to do this poison thing you told me about.
Yes. Okay, so do you want to describe what's happening, or are you doing it in the dark so no one can see?
So, well, Mouse would maybe see it. So I'm holding the dagger like in front of me, and I'm like talking something, and the blade it suddenly turns kind of green, and some green goo is dripping off, I guess.
Okay.
That's what we're seeing.
So you need to make an attack roll, right?
I think that's the whole action, right? Applying
Yeah.
the poison.
No, I don't think so. No. You can apply it and attack, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think. Unless I'm mistaken, but let's roll with that for now, and maybe we'll fix it next time.
Okay.
So you can see Vasero jumping on this wild.
Leaping from the second store balcony?
No, I'm
Yeah.
the attack. I'm actually throwing the dagger at her. I think I should be in
okay.
range, right, to throw a dagger.
Yeah.
I rolled in modified 18.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So the dagger sticks in her flesh.
That's a sneak attack. Are you assassin too? Did you go with
Yeah.
assassin?
Yep, I'm
And she hasn't
assassin.
taken an action, so that's a crit.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay. So
super handy.
Lots of dice are gonna be thrown.
5, 11,
I'm sure you
or
did quiet,
my
Bailey. You're just like,
pile of
shh. You just slit her throat.
19. And
I know my AC is 14 now, by the way.
19,
Okay.
21 and 19, that's 40 damage.
Whoa!
40 damage. Okay.
Wow!
The dagger sticks in her back as she was lying and pouring that liquid. She gets up, and you can see, as she watches you, you can see her eyes. The veins that are red turn to green, and her flesh withered. She looks at you and then she tips over and falls into the vat, into the fermentation vat, with a splash of wine.
Okay.
The staff flies from her hand and lands on the surface of the water, still emanating those smoky fumes.
And
Wow.
as I throw the dagger, I'm whistling so that everyone is warned about what's going on.
That's the signal. Got it.
That's the thing there.
Okay.
Signal that she's done.
Good
Amazing.
job, man.
Yes, very good job. Enoch,
Nice.
you're up.
All right, so I can see two of them, right? Can I see others behind them really quickly?
Yes, you can.
Within 30 feet of me?
Indeed.
I'm going to channel the radiance of the dawn. So raise my hammer up, and it's like the sun rising from my hammer. So it's like a so like that. Any creature within 30 feet of me, magical darkness is banished, but any creature within 30 feet of me must make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d10 plus 2 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So I will make those rolls. What is the DC for the rolls? For the
It's my spell DC 12.
12. Okay,
Constitution.
Okay, so roll your. I think you need to roll your damage for each one of the creatures that you see, right?
It's up to you, however you'd like me to do it.
Yeah, I think that's the way it works. So you can see 4 bushes, including the 2 that you saw, and they all failed their save.
Okay, so
Nice.
18 to the first one,
Okay,
8 to the next one, 8 to the next one, 13 to the next one.
awesome. The damage is radiant fire. What was it?
Radiant.
Radiant. So this brilliant light explodes into being in front of the winery, and you can see those creatures as they cover their eyes, and they do have eyes, but then they crunch forward, eagerly looking at the cleric and the wizard, who look tasty.
Tasty.
Probably.
Okay. Aramil, you're up.
Okay. What's the distance between Enoch and myself and the closest couple?
Something like 15 feet. The closest couple, they're right on your
Okay,
back
and the
there.
distance
Yeah.
between them and the guys behind them? 15 feet?
Something like that.
All right, so I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere right behind the couple that are next to us.
Okay.
And I think I'll take no, I'll stay there. So each of them, they need to make a saving throw, a dexterity saving throw with a 14 DC spell.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So only one of them passed. They are not very dexterous.
Okay, and I don't think all of them are hit. Only 2 of them are hit because it's only those who are 5 feet of the sphere.
Okay, great.
So one of them passed it and then
Yes.
one didn't?
Yeah.
So one of them got, 12.
Nice.
Okay.
So, and the other one got 6. Whoa, these are good dice. Okay, so 6 and 12.
Okay, so the one that took the full blast simply vanishes in a blaze of flame, turns to ash and crumbles on the floor. The other one is taken aback, but with his 2 friends, they all jump on you and on Enoch.
Alright. So
Yes.
in that case, I'm going to cast Shield in on this attack.
Okay, great. Okay, so basically what happens is they throw themselves at you, and at the moment they do that, the area around them is filled with thorny vines, which makes it very difficult to walk there. So you need to make a strength saving throw as they try to constrain you and hold you in place. And this, in addition to their attack, they basically try to rake you and scratch you to little bits and pieces.
Okay. Strength saving throw.
I got a 21.
21 is good. You manage to break away from their grasp, sending thorns and twigs everywhere. Ramil?
I got a 10.
10. So you are stuck in place as they engulf you with razor-sharp twigs. At this point, they start to rake you.
No, I'm gonna change what I said a bit. No, it's okay.
Okay, Enoch, your AC right now?
17. Oh, we lost him.
Brought to you by McDonald's.
I'm loving it.
We gotta choose a better pretend sponsor than McDonald's.
Really should
Get
be
on it.
fantasy themed. Like,
Hasbro or something.
Hasbro.
Yeah, okay.
Wizards.
AC, Enoch?
Yeah.
17.
17. Okay, so one of them is going at your throat. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, so he managed to rake you around the face, the arms, and the legs. You take... that's 12 points of damage.
Ouch.
And he tries to grapple you. I need another... this is actually a strength check or dexterity check. Take your pick. Oh, this is nice.
14.
Yeah. Okay, so with your 14, you manage to wiggle free again, but you are already covered with cuts and bruises from this creature attack. The other two go for the restrained wizard, and they seem to manage to shred him.
So my armor class now is 20.
Yeah, but
With
they
shield.
do have advantage on their attacks because you're restrained. So they manage to land both attacks.
Wow.
For a total of, this is, the first one hit you for 8 points of damage. The second, that's not a lot, hit you for 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Scratching and trying to crawl all over you.
Okay. Still alive?
Yep.
Take off the temporary hit points first, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm still alive.
Gary, at this point you hear a baby crying, but you're not sure from where.
Well, then I'll just go with my instinct.
And it's your turn. Yes.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. How many bushes are on Aramil right now?
So on them they have 3 bushes that are now attacking them, but you can see on the perimeter a lot more are approaching. Dozens.
Yeah. I think I yell out to both of you. More are coming as I shoot an Eldritch Blast at one of the ones that's one of the ones that looks the most hurt, that is attacking Aramil.
Okay.
And that is 6.
A 6.
I rolled a natural 1.
You make a crater on the road.
I almost hit him in the head.
Yeah, mud explodes. but that's it. Anything else you want to do? You know what? Make a perception roll for me.
17.
17. With this roll, you think that the sound of the baby crying comes from the other side of the fermentation vat room. You can see across the balcony this corridor with 2 doors in it. And you think the baby crying is coming from that area.
I don't know if I should stay and help.
Go for it, man.
Well, he has a killer
got it.
next to him. Yeah, all right. I guess I'll just use my flying broom and fly towards the. I don't want to go in there by myself. Well, fuck it. I'll fly. I'll just fly towards those doors. Across
Okay,
the
so
room.
you fly
hero,
with your
Gary.
broom into the room over the fermentation vat where you see the staff that this woman had still floating on the surface of the water, and you head toward the corridor with the 2 doors. When you reach there, you can see that the 2 doors are slightly open. One room you can make this, how should I say, a small kitchen or a small living area. And the other one is a bedroom. Both doors are open. In the bedroom, you can see a cradle and another woman, this time with horns on her head, entangled in a mess of hair, and again, very, very dirty and dressed in shambles. She has another vial of black ichor, and she's pouring it into the cradle. This is what you see. Mouse, your turn.
So I saw him fly into that room, yeah?
Yes.
And yeah, I'm gonna start running that way. I'm gonna go in through that door as well.
Okay. So you climb on the wagon, and from the wagon into the balcony, and you run toward that room. So you make it, and again you can see both door opens with Gary floating just near you. From this point, it will be a little bit hard to actually go into the room and do something, but you can do something from outside if you're able.
Outside, I can do that. I got a dart. I got a throwing star that I can throw.
Okay, throw.
You can throw 2 of them, can't you?
Uh,
Yeah, you can make an attack with your offhand.
okay, cool. Then I'll do that. I don't have damage for this, just a D4, isn't it?
Yep.
Sweet.
Plus
So I
dex.
rolled 17 to hit.
Okay. So the dot flies, hits this woman, and her hand kind of moves from the cradle. She turns around and say,
So that does 6 damage. And I'm gonna
6.
throw the second one.
Yep.
And God, that's super lame. Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Ping! Off the jug that I moved.
Okay, great. So you managed to distract her, and she's not pouring her liquid into this cradle anymore. Vasero, you're up. The dagger flies back to you from the water.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I jumped down and I want to take a look what that witch woman did down there.
Okay. So you jump down and crouch to see what she did there. At this point, you can see the stuff kind of moving up and down in the fermentation vat, and then 2 hands
Awesome.
rise from the surface of the wine. They grab you, and she tries to pull you in, and her black face are swollen from whatever she poured into that vat. She goes and she tries to pull you in. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, or check, sorry.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, luckily I have a lot of dexterity, so that's 16.
16. Okay. Oh my God. What happens with the tie?
Defender.
Yeah, right.
Defender. Okay, so at this point, you two are basically locked in a grapple. She's from the waist down. She's inside the wine vat, and you are crouching over it. She tries to pull you in. You pull back, so you are even in a tie, and you two in a lock. Yes. What do you want to do?
Um,
You can see wine running down from her face below, and there is a heavy smell. She did something to the wine, and it's not doing good to her. It probably won't do any good to you if you touch it.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to push her down. I'm trying to drown her in the wine.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Do it.
Yeah, and I think I'm using my inspiration for that.
Oh my God.
So, I wrote an. Is it a strength thing?
Yes,
Or what is it?
it's a strength check.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's 19 then.
Okay, she tries to resist, but her feet slips and her hand slips on the vat sides, and you basically manage to push her head below water. You're holding her there with your elbows inside the wine, and you can hear her. You just hold her down there, and you
Yeah,
see
buddy.
bubbles go up. Okay, so as you do this, Enoch, what are you doing? You have 3 bushes still in front of you.
Can I hit them all with a 15-foot cone?
Yes, you can. If you
Okay,
take a step into the, front door, then you have it.
And I won't hit Aramil?
You need to pull him with you.
Can I do that and cast Burning Hands?
Yes,
He's restrained, though.
Oh, right. That's a problem.
So if I can't hit all 3, I want it. Can I hit the 2 on him with the Burning Hands?
Yes,
Without
but you'll
hitting
probably
him.
get him. No, they are the ones constraining him.
Oh, I thought it was the vines that were holding him.
You don't need to worry about me being constrained. I'm going to get out of there. I have a way to get out of there.
But I don't know that. So, can I hit the one in front of me and one of the ones on him with it? Is it possible to hit any of the ones on him without hitting him?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Then I'm going to cast... What about with the flaming sphere? What if I cast it just behind them? Would it burn them and not him?
You can try, but they are basically engulfing him.
Okay. So that's not going to happen. Then I'm just going to hit the one in front of me with my hammer and see if I can do something about this.
Okay.
What? You thinking something?
Yeah, Viscero, you hear a small voice in your head, and this voice says, "A drop of yours, a drop of mine."
Okay.
You feel that the dagger is offering you something, some piece of information, but it will cost you. Yes, Enoch.
Does a 15 hit it?
A 15, yes.
For 7 damage, bludgeoning.
Okay. So this vine also crumples down and falls to pieces. So you only have 2 bushes right now, but Ramil, now it's your turn. You can try another saving throw to get free.
I'll try, but okay, let's try.
Okay.
Yeah, I succeeded. I got a 19.
19. You're out.
Probably succeeded. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to take a few steps back. I'm going to move 10 feet back, away from
Okay.
them. Unless there's like thorns over there, so where I can't walk.
No, you can move. You can take a few steps back and find yourself inside the winery.
Okay, so I'm going to call on Enoch to move back as well. And I'm going to take to move the flaming sphere. I'm going to ram it into these two.
Okay, great.
And,
So it. Yep.
Okay, no, that's it actually.
Okay, so you move the flaming spheres to block the entrance.
Yeah, and to burn them as well.
Oh, okay, great.
Them.
Cool. So I need to do a saving throw again. That was a yes.
Yes.
Okay, the DC is
14.
Okay, so they both failed.
All right, so one of them got a 7.
Okay.
And the other 5.
5. So the one with the 7 burns down. The one with the 5 still looks very much alive, but charred along the edges. So.
Okay. At the beginning of his next turn, he's also going to get burned as well, because he's next to the sphere.
Cool. Gary and Mouse, the wild-looking druid inside the bedroom turns around to you, and she shouts this thunderous word, which explodes into your ears as you stand at the entrance to the room. Wait a minute. Oh man, I forgot the name of the spell.
Word kill.
No.
No, don't tell him
This
that.
was it.
That would do. No, found it. That was
Strahd?
Thunder Wave. Yeah. So I need you to do.
I'm used to getting thunder waved. It's cool.
Yeah. I need you to do a Constitution saving throw, both Gary and Mouse.
All right. Oh, wait.
13.
13. Okay.
Uh,
And
I also got a 13.
that's not good for you. So this huge curse that she emitted explodes into you. You both fly 10 feet back. Now, Mouse, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, otherwise you'll fall right into one of the vats. And Gary, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to make sure you still stay on the broom. And in addition to that, Mouse, you take 10 points of damage, and Gary, you take 14 points of damage. And your saving throws?
I rolled a 20.
20.
I
So
got
you
a
managed.
15.
Okay, so both of you are okay. Gary, you managed to grab the broom just before you fall from it, and Mouse, you managed to tumble and land on the balcony at the other side of the room. Kind of, you fly and then land on top of it. Vasero, at this point, what do you want to do? Do you accept the gift that you are offered or not?
So I take the blade of the dagger in my hand and grab it, and then I pull the dagger out of it. So I cut my hand basically.
Awesome. You take 5 points of damage from this cut, and the dagger tells you that if you'll break the staff, the twigs, the animated twigs, will be destroyed.
Okay. Is it my turn right now, or?
No. Now it's we had. No, now it's Gary's turn.
Okay. I think I'm going to try. I don't know if I should use. Yeah. I'm going to try to use hold person on her.
Do it.
The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration.
Yes. What is the DC?
So DC.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Sweet.
1.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. This
Nice.
is a spellcaster's dream.
Yeah.
That's perfectly as I planned. After that, I immediately zoom into the room and I look into the crib as I reach in there. What do I see as I go in there?
So you will see a pool of black liquid, and you can see that the baby is nearly drowning inside of it. Some of it is coming into her mouth, her ears, her eyes, and she kind of...
I just walk away. No, I reach in there and pull out that poor little baby.
Okay.
And I fly the heck out of there if I can, far away out of the building towards
Okay.
where they're fighting the bushes.
Awesome. Mouse, what do you do?
I see him fly off with that baby.
With the baby, yes.
Awesome. I'm gonna run in and go looking for that druid, and I'm gonna
Okay.
start beating on her if she's still there.
And she doesn't respond. She is held. So,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you waste her. Just punching into her, no problem.
Awesome.
No problem at all. And as you do slay her, something falls off of her belonging. You can see this small vial it's half full of black liquid, but something is swirling inside this black syrup-like liquid.
Awesome. I take that.
Cool. Vasero.
Okay, I look at my dagger and I'm like, why couldn't you just tell me? I thought you needed my blood for some sort of ritual or spell or something.
And you can see that the blade now turns red. You think you have fed him.
Okay. Well, the staff is
Yes, it's
right
still
in front of
floating
me.
on the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take the advice and break the staff.
Do you grab it and then snap it, or on the
Yep.
floor, or what do you? Okay.
No, I take it
So-
over my knee. I'll snap it over my knee.
Okay. So as you grab it, anyone who looks at Vasero at this point, you can see that he suddenly stands very erect, and the eyes, his pupils and whites become pitch black. Vasero, you find yourself on a desolate hill. On that hill, you can see a tree, a huge dead tree. At the side of the tree, you can see a huge battle axe embedded on the side of the tree, and blood is oozing from the cut that the axe did on the tree. All around it, you can see nothing except a stone hedge made of black stones. And this scene is surrounded with the following sound. Ch 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 ch. Ah 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 ah. Ch 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 ch. Ah 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 ah. And we are going to finish with that.
Wow.
Okay.
Awesome.
In
Yeah.
battle cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yes. I am Gary Baby Saber.
I'm just picturing the tiefling riding a broom out a window carrying a baby now.
Oh my god! Oh my
Yeah.
god! What an image! What an image!
Perfectly makes sense.
Awesome!
Right.
Absolutely.
Awesome! I can imagine Nelfane at the back just pointing an arrow and letting it fly. Right.
Hitting the. Oh god. I looked up flying brooms on the D&D SRD. Those things are expensive and super rare, aren't they?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Why are
I've-
you lucky?
I've never given one to any of my players in any campaign.
Oh well, now it's a challenge. I'm definitely gonna try and find one of those.
You can
Yes.
try.
Yeah. But you're making a good use out of it. So
Yes.
That's,
Yep.
That's fine.
Joe,
Okay.
you said it. You sent it. You sent me like a private message, and Emiliano, you said it. You sent it to me as well, right? I didn't get it from either one of you.
Oh,
Something's wrong with the Skype, I think.
I
I'm
tried
sure
to
to do it
send
again.
you. I tried to send you by email. It's basically I'm describing what you found at the book, but just so Emiliano, you didn't get the same message. So
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
was the
So,
definitely don't read my message.
I didn't get it, so it's okay.
you didn't get it. Everything is okay. Saved by
Skype.
technology.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, awesome
great.
guys.
Thanks.
Yes, so 2 weeks and then we'll back and see what happens to Hosero and to all of you.
Cool.
Awesome.
Viscero, you're always getting yourself in like these crazy situations.
Probably.
I was pretty sure that there was gonna be a noose on that tree
Yeah.
for you to just climb up there, just put it on around your neck.
Awesome. Okay, great. So thank you guys. Have a great weekend or week or whatever.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks.
You
Great
too.
Thanks.
job.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Yep.
See you.
See you.
Later.
Bye.